Welcome, and thank you for choosing to fall asleep with us tonight. Before you proceed with your dream state, you must first acknowledge, review, and ignore the following terms of service. This agreement is between you, the restful individual, and us, the facilitators of gentle narration. By continuing to breathe softly with closed or slightly fluttering eyes, you hereby indicate your passive acceptance of the calm, quiet, and vaguely repetitive conditions ahead. The terms may be updated at any time. We will not notify you, and that's all right. You will likely be asleep. This story contains no thrills, no surprises, no climaxes, and no actionable clauses. Only long, smooth, administrative prose, designed to calm even the most alert listener. By remaining still, you agree to be gently bored in accordance with the sleep-inducing regulations set forth below. Please proceed, and feel free to drift at any paragraph. For the purposes of this agreement, the following terms shall apply, although their application is optional and not legally binding. You refers to the person currently horizontal or semi-horizontal, ideally in a dim room, possibly covered by a blanket. Fuzzy socks are encouraged, but not required. We refers to the narrator, our vague, unseen support staff, and possibly the concept of sleep itself. Services means this narration, this very sentence, and all subsequent droning language, including commas, especially commas. Accept means to not object, to not move, to simply continue listening without eye rolling or mental resistance. Rest means reduced conscious activity, resulting in decreased brainwave frequency, minimal limb movement, and light drooling. Wakefulness, interruption protocol, refers to any internal voice attempting to analyze this story for meaning. If such activity is detected, please return to Section 1 and begin again. All definitions are subject to change, interpretation, misunderstanding, and eventual irrelevance. We appreciate your cooperation in treating each definition as equally important and equally forgettable. By listening beyond this point, you grant us a temporary, revocable, but mostly theoretical license to gently enter your mind and reorganize your thoughts into increasingly neutral topics. These may include laundry instructions, train schedules from 1994, and the average shelf life of uncooked rice. You also allow us to describe chairs in painful detail, pause between clauses without reason, and mention screws, nuts, or paperweights without further elaboration. You may not reverse engineer this narration, nor attempt to stay awake for the purpose of studying its structure. You are free to withdraw at any time by opening your eyes, sitting up, and wondering why you still have socks on. We do not collect your data. We don't even remember your name, only your yawn, only your stillness. Your mind is a soft, shared space, and in agreeing to these terms, you agree to use it responsibly. You may recall mildly pleasant memories, mentally fold towels, invent a small shop that only sells oatmeal. You may not solve complex equations, plan your entire week, rehearse conversations that never happened. Misuse of mental resources may result in mild anxiety, unwanted alertness, and a prolonged inability to locate your favorite pillow corner. If at any point you begin to worry about emails, please contact the Sleep Compliance Division. They will not respond, but you'll feel better for trying. We strongly recommend soft focus, slow breathing, and mild disinterest in all narrative progression. In fact, if you find this section boring, then you're using it exactly as intended. We thank you for your silence. While every effort has been made to lull you into non-resistance, we are not liable for any of the following outcomes. Dreams that are oddly specific but emotionally vague. Imagined emails from coworkers. Sudden, intrusive memories of childhood school performances. If you encounter any of the above, simply roll over, adjust your blanket, and re-enter your license agreement with unconsciousness. You also acknowledge that pillows may fail to cooperate, blankets may become tangled, and sleep positions may resemble slow motion origami. In these events, please remain calm. The body will adjust, and so will the story. This narration is designed to withstand mild tossing and prolonged yawns. We are not responsible for morning breath, bedhead, or the vague feeling that you left the oven on. All boring phrases, phrasing structures, and the general lack of narrative momentum contained in this story are protected by imaginary intellectual property laws. You may not copy, record, or remix this content for use in podcasts titled Legally Soothing or Terms and Conditions. The remix, unless your remix includes ambient footstep sounds and the sound of someone folding towels. In fact, the sound of someone folding towels is considered emotionally non-binding and freely available in the public sleep domain. You are encouraged to forget everything heard here within 3 to 7 minutes or less. You may remember the word dowel. That's fine. All other elements, including this sentence, are designed to dissolve like sugar in tea or instructions printed in warm fog. Thank you for not caring. Should you find yourself inexplicably awake, at the conclusion of this sleep service, you may file a gentle grievance with the Department of Pre-Dream Concerns. All inquiries must be submitted via whisper or blinking. Your claim will be reviewed by a sloth on a porch. Processing times may exceed eternity. While awaiting review, you are encouraged to count in fractions. Imagine grass growing at room temperature or recite the alphabet in no particular order. If wakefulness persists, repeat after us. I agree to forget what I was thinking about and to begin again. Please note, this arbitration clause does not guarantee satisfaction, only stillness. Stillness is acceptable. By reaching this point in the agreement, you have not only accepted the terms, you've also enrolled in an automatic renewal of rest. Every breath you take is a tacit confirmation. Every blink, a signature. This agreement renews nightly, unless terminated by loud noises, unnecessary hydration, or the rogue buzz of an unplugged device. Otherwise, your participation will gently continue. Without paperwork, without logging in, each sleep cycle is structured for your comfort. You may drift in, drift out, or hover somewhere near the edges. You will not be penalized for semi-conscious thoughts or for forgetting what section this was. This concludes your required interaction. You are now fully licensed to fall asleep. No need to agree again. You've already done SOBI. Simply being here, still, breathing, present. The terms are satisfied, the conditions met. We are grateful for your participation. Even if you never heard most of it, you may now drift, backward, forward, inward. Let this sentence fade into another, and that one into none. There are no calls to action, no checkboxes, no passwords, only sleep, soft, non-refundable, and perfectly average. Good night.